Thanks, Ange. I've got Christmas presents.
Yay.
The ladies are jealous that this is my interview. Travis Freeman is here, bearing gifts, president of Four Seasons Financial Education, with some tips because it is year-end tax time.
Yes,
Good morning,
it is.
Travis. Thanks for coming in.
Glad to be here again.
Tell me about you came bearing 3 gifts.
That's right, just for you, in fact.
Yeah, you're like the Magi, the 3 wise men. What's behind the gifts, and how can we keep the gifts giving?
We can continue to do that. Well, I have three easy year-end tax and gifting tips here for you. We don't have a lot of time left in the year, but the first one, let's say you're having investor's remorse. Uncle Frank gave you a hot investment tip. It didn't pan out real well.
That's happened before.
Let's say, Andy, you just used the easy round number. You invested $200 and it shrank to $100. Didn't do so well. Well, let's say you want to give $100 to your favorite charity this year. You can either give $100 in cash from your bank, a lot of people do that, or you might actually sell this investment, take a realized loss of $100, which you may get tax breaks from, then give the $100 that you have from the sale to the charity and get another tax deduction. Now, it depends on your tax situation. Everybody's a little different, but you may get 2 tax benefits there rather than just taking the cash out of the bank to the charity.
Now, see, I would never come up with that on my own.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. So how do we get you to do that? Well, tell us the other 2 tips first, and then we'll figure out how we get you to do that for us.
So the other 2, let's just say Uncle Frank gave you that hot tip and it did do well. You invested $100 and it grew to $200.
Yeah.
Now, if you sell that thing, you're going to have a $100 gain and you're going to owe Uncle Sam tax on that money.
Correct.
So if you want to give $200 to a charity instead, do you take $200 cash out of the bank, or do you gift them the investment in kind? If you do that, you gift them that $200 investment that made money. Giving it directly to the charity in kind, you may not have any tax due at all, plus you might get the deduction for giving money to a charity. So again, 2 potential tax breaks there rather than just using cash in the bank. And trust me, the charity will know how to get that money to them, the investment.
Yes. All right. And number 3.
Number 3, this is an easy
packages.
one. Let's just say we reallocate some money that you have set aside that one day you want to go to charity upon death. Well, what you could do is you could actually just reallocate it. Let's say this money goes over here to a high dividend paying investment, and you can give those dividends every month or every quarter directly to the charity, because giving upon death is something really common to charities.
Right.
But if you want to see them enjoy it while you're living, just reallocate it. There might be a little risk in this, having these high dividends every month. But now you give it to them every month, you might get a tax break, and you get to see them enjoy it. Plus, you can still give the rest of them upon death. Yeah. So just a real easy tip.
And get it started before you're gone.
That's right.
Right, and they probably need it. Why make them wait for you to kick?
Yes, they're looking forward to that tip as well.
All right, now, like I said, these are things the typical person doesn't think of or doesn't have time to think of. You're racing just to get done.
Sure.
How do you avoid that trap of missing all the ins and outs and ways to save a little here and there, and maybe it adds up to a lot?
Sure.
How do you pull that off on your own?
It takes a team. I always recommend before anybody makes any changes like what I've said today, make sure you see a CPA, a certified public accountant. But the team is also the CPA and the CFP, a certified financial planner. There's a big difference between a financial planner and a certified financial planner. I know because I've been through it and it was 2 tough years of my life. It takes the CPA, you, and the CFP together working as a team.
All right, but don't you end up shelling out more by hiring someone and getting the team together? It costs you money too.
It does, yeah, absolutely. They're not charities, CFPs and CPAs, but you know what? With tips just like we talked about today, Andy, after everything is said and done, if you can come up with some new ideas, it may be well worth the fee. You might be better off even after those expenses.
All right, Travis Freeman, thanks for coming in.
Good to see you again.
We'll have the contact information for your institution on our website, foxnewsnow.com. We appreciate you coming in and
you bet.
Bringing some Christmas
presents. Anytime. I'll be here again next year.
Thanks. John Durant.
Sandy.